Hello, happy International Women's Day today, the 8th of March. I am really excited because today I am also launching my vlog or my video blog. And it's called Super Pinay. And I'm launching it, today, the International Women's Day for a reason. The title po ng aking YouTube channel is Super Pinay in New Zealand. And I have thought about this. I have a profound reason why I have titled it as such, no, bakit Super Pinay. One really big reason is to celebrate yung successes of our Filipina women in New Zealand. And when I say success, definition of success is very relative, as you probably know. Hindi po pwedeng, i-box in, ang ano ang naging, what do we mean by success? Because it is different to, to many people. Different definitions. What success looks like to one is different from what success looks like to another. And kaya po, itong vlog ko na to is to try to sort of, celebrate those successes of women, whether, their success relates to, for example, being successful in business, kung yun ang kanilang definition of success, or, their education, they were able to, complete their education despite the odds, or have done a lot of, like work, NGO work, despite them being a solo mom, or naging successful sila sa trabaho, or whatever. Because success, as I said, is not the same for everyone. It's very relative, as I said, before. So, Super Pinay. Yes, Super Pinay in New Zealand. Isn't that wonderful? Because I think it's about celebrating, Filipino women, and kung ano yung ginagawa nila, and just really sharing that. The blog will then reach out. So I will be reaching out to a number of, women all over New Zealand. So kung meron po kayong kilala, who you think, or whatever your definition of, Super Pinay is, please, comment below or reach out. Siguro, nagtatanong kayo, sino ba ito? So, who am I? Right? Well, I guess I'll also need to introduce, myself, no? So, ako po si Didith, and as you know, Filipinos have nicknames, so that's my nickname. My real name is Matilde, and I currently live here in Blenheim, in the South Island, and Blenheim is the wine capital of New Zealand. But I used to, with my husband, we used to live in Wellington for 15 years, so Wellington-based po kami. And in those years, so anyway, we moved to New Zealand in 2005. So in those years, I've done a lot of, things, myself, including, being a justice of the peace, sorry. And I was the first Filipina JP in Wellington. I was involved in a number of community work, be their women, specific, women groups, or the Southeast Asian group or a Filipino group. So madami pong involvement in the community. But in addition to community work, I also have a full-time job. So I used to work in different ministries, including the Minister of Business, Innovation and Employment, and Minister of Education. My area of expertise is research and evaluation. I was even, was shoulder tapped actually to be a board member of the Aotearoa New Zealand Evaluation Association, which is the professional body for evaluators in New Zealand. Yeah, there are a number of things, board membership in a number of organizations by the Department of Internal Affairs and other government agencies. Been sort of involved in a number of those. And we also had a number of businesses in the past. So meron po kaming, Grill Republic. You probably have heard that, Wellingtonians. And we used to have an import and export business. So we imported rice from Australia as well as Thailand and the US. Yeah, and currently my husband and I operates we own the Mountain View Villa Luxury Lodge here in Blenheim. So yan po yung business side of things, no? So as I said, I also worked and then I worked in the government agencies in the public sector all my life. Previous to coming to New Zealand, I worked po in the Senate of the Philippines with Senator Orly Mercado and then with Senator Juan Flavier. So I worked in the Senate for about 12 years before my husband and I decided to come move to New Zealand. On, businesses back then, even in the Philippines, may Mr. Donut po, franchises and things like that. So business. Currently, I am a manager of a government agency in Wellington. So I'm based in Wellington. I fly to Wellington every week. Pero ngayon po may Omicron, then hindi na po. So I'm currently working from home. This time around, hopefully magbago ang panahon. So that's my sort of, career-wise, community work-wise, and business-wise. Yun po, I'm involved in a lot of things. And I'm sure others do as well. So, but despite that too, I'm a kindergartner. So currently po where I am, I planted, a lot of vegetables from seeds. So I grow them from seeds. It's just because I really want to make sure that I have vegetables and fruits that are grown organically. It's just one of the things that I do want to have, and at some point we want to also have, the sustainability sort of idea, farm to table sort of concept na yung mga guests namin sa Mountain View Villa, they will just pick fruits and vegetables from our garden. So we're beginning to sort of do that. And then recently I have started my mycology sort of journey. So mycology is the growing of mushrooms. So I've started, I wanted to do that long time. I remember, there were times that I've actually touched base with the Department of Agriculture in the Philippines kasi interested to learn. And then, but of course, what's in the Philippines is not suited to what we have here in New Zealand. And so I decided to enroll in an online course. And from what I have learned and been learning, I decided to do a series of video blog, to sort of share my mycology journey or my growing of mushroom journey. So, sa susunod na mga araw, I will do I will do more sort of video blogs. Siyempre, start with myself, no? Like when I say start with myself, I start with, some of the things that I know and some of the things that I do. But I will, of course, reach out, to other Super Pinays, I will call them Super Pinays from around New Zealand. I already have some people in mind, so I'm sure you will be contacted by myself, and I hope you're happy to sort of share your story as well, because we do need, as I said, role models, for our next generation, of of women. I think we should support each other rather than put each other down. I think we do need, to share experiences and pretty much just be proud about what we have done. Alam mo, ang migrante or migrants are, it's doubly hard, for migrants to succeed where we are in a foreign country, for example, here in New Zealand. Kasi hindi natin teritoryo ito. So it's not our environment, it's not our comfort zone. And so, getting even in whatever, however way we're able to sort of succeed or break those barriers, I think that's success in itself. And so I think we should continue to share those stories because it's worth sharing, I think. And so, ayan. Yun po, yan ang aking introduction, for this blog. And I'm really excited because of possibilities. The other thing, that I did in the past, for those who doesn't know, back in Wellington, I also actually had a magazine. I published a magazine called Kabayan, and it featured Filipinos in Wellington, and it was sort of a, I would say successful. It ran for about 5 years, almost 6 years, but then it's very volunteer driven, and I do thank all the people that had contributed to that magazine, by the way. So ngayon I thought, what can we do more, and so having this blog and this YouTube channel to celebrate Super Pinays and women in many different fields or whatever fields they are currently at. I will reach out to you all sooner rather than later. Okay, maraming salamat po, and again, happy International Women's Day. Bye for now. Mabuhay.